Hey everyone, Kensurfs here when the shave den, and it's time for another shave. I've got another soap and aftershave to try, a splash from Hendrix Classics and Company. This one actually releases on Monday, next Monday. So it is called, and I've just been watching the Final Destination videos, so this is right up the alley of the advertisements I've been seeing on Prime. But Final Pleasure, look at that, kind of a little scary looking, got the Grim Reaper there, it looks like, about to shave, you know. I think I've got a better beard than he does, but this is Final Pleasure. And this is based on, let's see, I'm gonna butcher this. Eau Givree Hermés, and made by Terre de Hermes. I'm gonna say Hermes wrong, but they still make this fragrance. I went to the Hermes site, and it's a spendy fragrance, let me tell you. And it's got a sharp burst of citrus with spicy notes and a herbal sharpness too. I know it's very, 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 very fresh and very comes alive. But this is the latest from Hendrix Classics and Company, and this will be coming out on Monday. I like the scent of the soap. The scent of the soap is very, very eye-opening too. Again, citrus, you know, I can see the citrus there, and I love citrus scents, so that's why I really like using these soaps. So this will be coming out on Monday, and like I said, got a straight razor going there. Look at that, kind of scary, almost like a Halloweenish type vibe on that one. Well, I'm going to be using, since it's kind of dark, I'm going to be using my faux ebony. Did I say it right? Ebony, not ivory. Ebony brush from Simpson, a Chubby 2, and this one is a synthetic. It's very soft, and it's a synthetic bristle, as you can see. So let me put that into the crystal skull right now. There we go. Got that kicking around in there. Oh man, there we go. Look at that. There's the set. Look at that set. All right. Let's wet the face. Hang on a second. I'm going to get a little bit more warmer water in here. All right, got that water warmed up. And I'm going to be using a vintage Gillette. I believe this is the Aristocrat. Twist to open. Look at that, kind of cool. Another eBay find from a while ago. I've probably used this in a couple of my previous videos, but I will be using it again. It is a twist to open. Kind of has the cool case, man. They don't make these cool leather-bound cases anymore. So if you find them in the case, way to go. I'm also going to be using another Persona blade in this one, because I have so many of them. All right, let's twist to open that bad boy. Let's get this blade open. Still a little shaky, getting over the COVID. There we go. But feeling a lot better than I did. Vintage Gillette, look at that. If you add it to your collection, eBay was a great place to find them. Antique stores too. Sometimes antique stores, they might not know what they've got, so they just say old vintage razors, but you know, you can find steals. I've talked to a lot of you out there who found some really good steals before. All right, let's wet the face. And let's get some water off of that. How have you guys been? Doing good, I hope. Staying away from colds and COVID and whatever else is going around out there these days. My wife liked this. My wife definitely liked the scent of this one. So I can wear this aftershave tonight. We're having some friends come over. Watch some TV. They like to play cards. I like to watch movies. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tonight. And I get to barbecue. And I know I talked to one gent, he goes, man, Ken, when you say barbecue in the South, it's brisket or something. And here I am barbecuing dang hamburgers or hot dogs. But it's the SoCal cheap barbecue, so let me tell you. All right, here we go. Oh man, you can never go wrong with these vintage Gillettes. And I do like the modern razors, don't get me wrong. But if you're into shaving, or if you have a shaving channel, it's always nice to have a variety. And I'm turning it. Some people say, hey, I see you just wasting one side of that blade. I am turning it. I was talking to Pete Hendricks about this collab. Oh, and both winners for the Kensurfs HC&C giveaway were actually from the USA. So I know one was, I think Tennessee. Off the top of my head, I'm not, I don't want to tell you wrong, but both of them were from the USA, and both of them have been contacted. Both of them contacted me, and Pete tells me he's going to be sending out their packages today, so that was kind of cool. So we will have another giveaway in the future, and I'm hoping that some of my buddies in Europe and South America and Canada, you know, will win this next time. So very good. We're working on the collab scent. And I'm not saying anything yet, but I have given them three cool scents that I liked from growing up. I liked when I was single. I also liked it when I was married, and they meant a lot to me. So we're looking into an homage to one of those 3 scents, and I'm telling you, this soap is getting everywhere. And it's very slick. And I could sit there and lather this bad boy up super thick, but for me, it's not an issue. The thin stuff works very good for me. And you end up wearing it all over the place. Big news for me is I got my British passport renewed. So I've got my American passport and I've got my UK passport now. I had to have a friend who was not an immediate relative by blood or marriage verify that the image I sent of me, or the passport photo, was actually me. And it had to be a professional. Man, the England rules are kind of crazy, but I got that taken care of, and they said, great, your passport has been printed, it's been shipped to you, and now I got dual. Of course, if I go back to the UK and I see that no line there for British citizens to go through, and the big long line for American citizens and everybody else to go through, I know my wife's going to make me sit in that line with her, and I gladly will do it. But it's just nice to know I have that. Kind of cool. Can't have a James Bond themed shaved in without a James Bond themed passport, and I actually will have that British passport. So I've got both. Got to make sure I do not let those expire, either of them. I do think I want to go back up to Canada again pretty soon, and I really want to go back to Europe. I've been corresponding with my relatives in England, and I've got relatives in Worcestershire, Newcastle, and Norwich. So down south in Norwich. And I'm looking forward to going back there and visiting all of them. I don't think they watch the channel, but if they do, I'm looking forward to coming and seeing you and being around London and everything. And my wife also, I don't mind going to mainland Europe, to Spain or to Italy or anywhere. I've never been to mainland Europe, to France, because you get to drive on the right-hand side of the road like we do here in the United States. I have driven in England in 1996, but it's scary as hell. And I was in my 30s then, and it scared the hell out of me. So I was able to do it. I rented a car, I was able to do it. But I don't think I could do it again. Driving on the wrong side of the road that I'm used to, having the steering wheel on the wrong side of the car. I don't know how you guys do it, but has any of you from countries that are right-hand drive went to England and rented a car? Is it kind of scary, or is it just me? But I was telling you, I was at the edge of my seat when I was back there in 96 drive, and I had my wife, my son in the car. My wife was pregnant. It was a scary situation. All right. And I understand it's the same in Japan, and the same in Australia, and the same in New Zealand. Left-hand drive. All right. It's good to be back with you. It's good to have my voice back. Like I said, I'm a little bit shaky. Have to think about things a little more. Freaking COVID. If you've never had it, really scrambles your brain up, And some people who have it really bad. My buddy had long-term COVID, and he had to retire from his job. He was a machinist, and months after, he was just dizzy, and he was almost falling into the machine, and it took him at least 2 years to get over all of those symptoms. It's just crazy. Mine was like a bad cold, but it could be worse. All right, final pleasure. Comes out this Monday. Whoa, man, super cool burn, super cool burn. Different scent, Hermes. Or I'm gonna have to try some of those, or you know, I'm gonna have to go into one of the high-end stores and go, oh, do you have your Hermes here? Oh, very good. And then I can tell you what I think, but I'm told by Pete that this is very, very, very close. They just can't be quite exact because then it becomes a copyright infringement, but very, very close. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me in the Shave Den. It's good to be back. I do look forward to doing some more videos real soon. And look for this product. It releases on Monday. I'll probably release this video prior to that. So you might go to the site, you might see, I know you see the Eau de Parfum on the site yet, but I didn't see the aftershave and I didn't see the soap yet. But it'll be coming out Monday if you want to take a look. So at least you know there's some new products coming out. You don't have to buy. I never encourage you to buy. You buy if you want to, but at least I want to let you know that something's coming. All right? All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon. Stay safe.